Welcome to Africa, the homeland of the black, where everything is given to us by nature, and yet we value them not. I'm almost tempted to say, in Africa, our blessing seems to be our curse. The universe blessed us with number, it becomes a curse. It becomes a medium through which we beg the world. The universe blessed us with natural resources, but because we are so myopic, we do not see the use in them, and so it became our curse, such that people from the foreign land will come, instigate us against each other, and then make the best of these resources at the cheapest possible rate. I saw a video and then the man asked, why do you think they killed Gaddafi? I'm quoting him. Why did he say Gaddafi die? Why do you think Afghanistan will ever feel settled ever again? Why? Because they get the largest deposit of, you know what I'm talking about, right? Africa has so many natural resources that there would be no civilization without these resources. But of course, a typical black man, take note of this. Or in fact, I need to tell you this, right? Your colonizers do not want what's good for you. The game is the same, but the player changes, right? Civilization once upon a time was done by the Saxons, right? They ruled the world. And then the Romans, or before then the barbarians, the Saxons, the Romans, even Portugal, Spain, Russia, then USSR, France, and now, or more recently, okay, even then England, and more recently America, and now China. You see, the players have changed over time, but the game remained the same. And that game is called colonization. And they will plant all necessary seed within to disrupt your unity. So you're distracted and they will go for what they want. Once again, think, why did Gaddafi die? Why did they kill him? But before he died, he told Libyans and said, few years from now, you'll regret this action. Your colonizer never mean well for you, right? So let's see this video and then we'll probably come back to talk about it.
Whoever controls Africa controls the world, because Africa has the largest deposits of non-renewable resources. Gas, oil, gold, silver, manganese, and coltan. Minerals that necessary to create an atomic bomb. And half of them are in Africa. There is no nuclear age without Africa. There is no solar age without Africa. There is no technological age without Africa. And China knows that. That's the reason why China wants to possess Africa. Because China is overpopulated, and I've been there once. You think rush hour in New York or rush hour in DC is something? Go sit in China. It's overpopulated. China is #1 producer of cheap things. Clothes, materials, fabric, utensils, you name it. China is the Walmart of the planet. America will never be able to sabotage China because America is king of capitalism, and China, on the other hand, is king of communalism. This is the reason why President of the Philippines took China as an ally for long-term goals. Who's gonna treat your country best? The Americans, the Russians, or the Chinese? None of them are gonna treat you well because they are all colonizers. Africa has no friends. They don't need one. And it is the same scenario of Palestine. They have a lot of resources, more than the country itself combined. And that's why there is a genocide.
Yeah, and I don't see Amabi. So every time you see a bunch of white people in your country telling you, we're here as NGOs, we're here to make that lie, go to the north. How come NGOs, they survive where our military, they run from? And you call that NGO? Not before this country, plane they enter bush, they land, they carry resources, they go back. Right? So the earlier we knew that these guys do not mean us well and begin to think inwardly, the better for us. Gaddafi woke up one day and said, I want to turn a desert into an oasis. I want to make my country so invaluable that we will import nothing and export everything. And from nothing, from the rubbles of desert, Gaddafi built a nation where every citizen had his own entitlements. And then the West looked at it. Who be this guy? So when my brothers them go and Jackpa was a rich Libya, then they go anywhere again because Libyan dollar then was more than the world acclaimed US dollar. So when you see these white folks coming around, understand that they may not necessarily mean you well. I was listening to Sheon Kuti, and then he said, look at the Europeans. Everywhere they went, they destroyed. And he gave instances from Australia, where you have the Aboriginals, down to the America, where you have the Red Indies, anywhere, down to Africa, South Africa. Nigeria no let them colonize at the time. You know why? Because malaria won't finish, and that's why they're not set here. Assuming say mosquito no day, Baba. Probably me and you for the beg for our own land, just like the South Africans now, right? Let's take our lessons from this and understand that this thing may never stop. But we'll not be our fault, yeah. We have a bunch of kleptocrats and kakistocrats as leaders. It may not change anytime soon. All right, guys. Thought I should share.